Hi everybody, Rob Keys here doing a very quick review of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. I finally saw it yesterday morning and I'm allowed to talk about it, but no spoilers, no hardcore details in this video, just telling you my thoughts. This movie is very freaking good. It'll help erase all the filthy memories you have of the prequels. It is up there with the original trilogy, and I bet for a lot of fans coming in, this will be their favorite Star Wars movie out of all the live action ones. The new characters coming in, the new leads, the younger generation of stars kind of leading this franchise going forward are wonderfully cast, and even more importantly, they're well written and developed. There's a beautiful chemistry between Finn and Rey. The new Poe Dameron character is very funny and enjoyable to watch. He's this kick-ass ace pilot. And BB-8, the new droid, who's getting all the attention and the merchandise and the marketing, is my favorite movie character of 2015 and easily the best droid in the franchise. I'm so happy they gave him a lot of screen time. Very cool character. Believe the hype. This film has wonderful action as well. J.J. Abrams, who directs this one, proved he can do action with Mission Impossible 3 and his 2 Star Trek films. That carries through here. There are wonderful action sequences with the lightsabers, with gunplay, and of course, TIE Fighters versus X-Wings, the new TIE Fighters versus the X-Wings. And that brings me to my next point. What I really like about the action is that the First Order units, their TIE Fighters and their Stormtroopers, are actually effective. And at times, they're even scary. Stormtroopers can hit their targets, TIE Fighters can wreck shit, and they're very powerful, and they really show you there's some cool sequences where you get to learn a lot more about those units. I'm not going to say any more than that, but very cool stuff. That brings me to the special effects. The CG is still noticeable, but they made a very big effort with the marketing materials and behind the scenes videos to emphasize the use of practical effects, and that does really shine through. For the most part, Star Wars Episode 7 feels like it's embracing the same aesthetic and style and tone of the original trilogy, and that was a big goal for Abrams and Lucasfilm, and they were largely successful at that. There was a few very obvious CG scenes, there's some very obvious CG characters, but most of them are practical, and that's wonderful. There's one CG sequence, though, involving a certain recognizable ship and snow, which looked like it was incomplete CG, and that bothered me, but the rest of it, very solid. And that also brings me to the stakes of this film. With the action and how they did the effects, to make that all matter, they kind of raised the stakes. There are casualties of war, and people get messed up. People get hurt, innocents, and other people die. So in that regard, you actually feel the impact of when there's war happening on screen. So no spoilers there. But in terms of the story, I think it's largely familiar, and maybe that was the objective, but it does feel like the original trilogy, especially the first film, and I know from the marketing materials, everyone thought that might be the case, and it's true. The very large story beats are very formulaic, but a lot of the details of the character stuff in between and how they get from A to B to C to D is a fun adventure and a fun journey. Even if there aren't too many surprises in the grander scheme of things. But overall, I think it's an effective and solid way to relaunch the Star Wars saga and to continue the franchise that ended, 30 years ago, not including, the more recent prequels. But very good movie. You'll love it. If you see it, let me know in the comments what you thought. We did this at just around 3 minutes, so not too bad. And we'll talk spoilers next week. So please, if you have seen the film or you're going to see it Thursday night, no spoilers in the comments. A lot of people want to go. I really want everyone to see it with fresh eyes and see it fairly. But don't let that stop you from sharing your thoughts. I do want to hear what you think about the film, and we'll talk spoilers in a couple of weeks. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Like and subscribe for more videos. If you want me to talk more random TV show, movie, game review stuff on this channel, I will, but just let me know. But until next time, cheers.